Don't run over them. There's another one coming. Jeez. You're going to hit him, darling. He's under the wheel nearly. Jesus Christ.
It was a threat to us, if I'm honest with you.
Welcome back. Well, we are on our way to the Portuguese and Spanish border, and we're going to stay at a campsite quite high up, which should give us really good views of Spain and Portugal at the same time.
Hello and welcome back.
We are on the A22, heading sort of along the coast, and we're going to cut up along the border north to a new stop we're going to, which was also recommended. I'll tell you more about that when we get there.
Back in the mountains where we be.
Wow, look at this bridge. It's like a roller coaster ride.
It is like a roller coaster up here. Here we go. Whee! A bit of lateral wind there and all. Thank you for that. Wow, this looks like the start of a roller coaster. You know, when they take you up before the big coming down. Then again, when you're on it, don't seem that look bad. It is steep though.
I like the way they do the two lanes, so like the trucks and the slower vehicles.
Yeah, so you got meters now. Another motorhome. We've had some waves actually. See if we get another wave.
Yay.
Yeah, we've got a wave. Here may come. Oh, I don't want to go home. Oh, a lovely big reservoir there. Look at that. I bet there's some park ups around that.
Yeah, you hold on tight, you're going over a bridge.
I'm holding on tight.
I'll look at the views.
Oh, lovely. We're over a dam actually. Holy moly. It definitely keeps it dry down there.
You look at the road, please. So as you can see, we're pretty high up at the moment. Look at that view, it's beautiful. This is an M road, M1054, so leading you towards the area where we're staying. Can get a little bit windy, and they do seem a little bit narrower, but you do have a lot of sort of space at the sides. Looks like it's a turning just coming up on the left. I think I can see the road
going
there.
Up that track. Yeah. That's where we'll be going. And you do see a little sign here, so don't miss that sign. There we go. But it's nice and quiet up here, so plenty of time to manoeuvre around. Right, let's hope no one's coming the other way. It's not too bad. I thought it would be a bit slimmer than this, but to be honest, if something was coming the other way, you can get over. That's fine on the grass. 2k up here, just over a mile.
I can see motorbikes like in this road.
I might get you to open up the gate for me, because I don't
I don't think we're going to get through that. Lee's just booking in at the reception. We've already booked in. All he's doing now is just letting them know we're here. He'll just give us our pitch or however it is we park. I think there's about 10 spaces or something like that. But he's got some friends down there. There's a couple of dogs that the owners have. But they're yappy but lovely. Right, so Lee's just put in off-road mode.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a gradient, but just in case. Wow, spectacular pitch.
So the dogs like to follow you. I'm just going to go up here, and then I'm going to show you what pitch we're on as Lee comes round to it. So I'm going to head up the steps. Here. And Lee is just going to come round here, look. There's a little bit of a hill there. See how he does on it. Really well. I was just going to drive into that pitch there. When he comes out, we just go out down that way.
Wow, what a pitch. Jodie will mention who said about this, but this is a bit of a nice retreat before we head off into Spain.
So I'm just going to show you the views while it is quiet up here. Beautiful, isn't it? And here, there was 10 pitches, I believe, altogether. We do have electric if you need it as well. That down there is like a little cafe bar. We'll show you as well. Someone else just stopping down there at the moment. That's another pitch. Looks like we got it to ourselves for a little bit as well, which is fantastic. Oh, nice and peaceful. Just what we need. What I am going to do when I'm up here is just crack these windows onto the latch. So it lets a bit of air in. Wrong one. That one down. Keeps the flies out. Lets a bit of air in. And is that, yeah, air out, as it says on there. So, perfect. Yeah, just double checked, and the people that recommended this, they're called Work Less, Van Life More, which sounds a great name.
It does. I mean, work less, van life more. What more could you want than this?
Boiling out here, the van's nice and cool. We can just relax for the afternoon. We're going to head down the bar in a bit anyway.
Yeah, there is literally just us and then another V-dub.
Look at you. You look really relaxed and chilled after your, what was it, an hour's drive?
Yeah, it was about an hour's drive from the last place, and even though we're up on one of the highest levels in this area, it was easy roads to get to here, so I'll definitely recommend it.
Right, we're going to sit here now, chill out for a bit and just look at that view. Only one thing missing.
Yes, this fridge has been an absolute godsend. It keeps the drinks ice cold. And not only that, the freezer compartment, that, yes, we do eat veg now and again, is frozen solid. But yeah, the one thing missing, it's got to be. We're just sitting here, just about to take you around the site of the Hilltop Retreat that we're at. Just having a nice glass of wine because it's coming on to early evening now. But we were just reading up, actually, the Iberian lynx is in this area, because the area we're in, I will put it on the screen, actually, of the valley, or, you know, the certain area, but their numbers did drop, and Spain and Portugal reintroduced, and they sort of went on to a conservation sort of program with them and introduced loads back into the area, and we're in like a prime location now to see one. However, they are very, very rare to be seen because they are shy cats. They try and avoid humans at all costs, and even locals, some of them don't see them in a lifetime. We may see one at a distance. Now, they usually show their face if they are going to be about at dusk and dawn. So we're going to go down to the little bar. I mean, like we say, there's only 2 people on this site tonight. So they've got stargazing kit down there, watch the sunset and all that sort of stuff. And we're going to see if we are lucky enough to spot a lynx tonight. Now, that would be exciting.
We've had to put our trainers back on because we're going to go exploring a little bit. And, oh, watch the invisible man again.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Best place for him, isn't it?
Hello. Hello. We've already been here.
Hello.
We've already said hello to us. Yes,
So
you have.
these are the site doggies.
They're lovely.
And they're very quiet and peaceful. Obviously, they let you know when you turn up.
They're doing their job, aren't they?
They are doing their job.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're very friendly dogs. Hello.
There's no one in that van.
We're here.
We're over here.
We're over here. So we're getting a tour. This is our tour guide.
Oh, it's
Not
gone the
sure
wrong way.
Yeah, not sure of their names. We're going down.
He looks like a fox.
So down on this next level, you've got recliners this side, overlooking this beautiful mountain area. And then over this side,
Fox with us.
over this side, oh, he's coming the shortcut. Over this side, you've got nice lounging seats.
Oh.
And then,
Whoa.
oh, he knows to get down the hill, doesn't he? You've got a lovely barbecue area. Perfect. Got this area here. Well, there's the bar, open 7 to 8. It is open earlier hours as well. Can't remember the exact time, but you've got all this place to sit and lounge, overlooking this. Look at them.
They were stargazing last night. That's
Yeah.
what they were doing. Yeah.
There's one. Then over here, they've got another one here. This looks a beast.
You got your toilets there as well.
Yeah, so there's men's toilets, and just around the other side of this is the female toilets. You have a washing area. We will go for a little wander down on that track, I think. I don't think there's nothing stopping us. Not allowed. We'll have a little look at that
There's
viewpoint.
even lights all the way down. Look, they have
Yeah.
these little green lights.
But we'll explain a little bit more about this area and what they offer here at this retreat. Do you want your stick? Who wants the stick? Ready? Ready, go.
No, you thought you had a treat for him.
Oh, I ain't got a treat, I've got a stick. So, our tour guides are taking us down. But we just wanted to show you this lower level here. Now they've got these bell tents, but unfortunately, due to storm weather, they got damaged. However, in a few weeks' time, I think they've got 5. They're all getting replaced. So they are this lovely area to retreat, and they are getting new units that are going to be a bit more usable for this area.
Stronger.
I think stronger
Material, maybe.
Yeah, basically. So not sure what type.
He says they're trying to give you a taste of Africa in Portugal.
Yeah,
that's kind of what they're trying to do.
It is out here. It's a little bit of Africa in Portugal with the rough terrain, and we will walk around in a bit and show you some other areas, because it ain't just the motorhome stops, it ain't just the bell tents, and if you like off-roading in a 4x4 with a tent box on top or something like that, then this may be the place you'll be looking for. So they've got 2 buildings up there. Now that one's got a table outside, so I don't know if anyone lives in them or they rent them out. Another 3 of these bell tents up here, and obviously, like I say, they're getting changed. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks like it's got a hatch there. So in the busier months, tables and chairs, I reckon this is like a little bar area as well.
I think because he says he has groups come here sometimes.
Yeah.
And there's groups of people, and he has to keep checking because, you know, sometimes people smoke and things like that. Oh, they want to light a fire, and they're not do any of that here because obviously it's a dry area.
Yeah.
So maybe that's when people have groups, they're allowed to have little gatherings up there, because I'd rather than be up there having a cigarette probably up there with the ashtrays than they would down here.
Yeah, maybe, and that's why they probably opened the bar. That's definitely a bar
Yeah.
type area. They have got toilets down here with the bell tent.
Look at that one up there, that bell tent. It's like on like a platform.
It is a shame they got damaged, but like I say, they are replacing all these tents.
Oh, he's right down there.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah, that's where they're taking us.
Yeah. Oh, he wants us to. Oh, right. There's the arrows. This is where people normally walk then.
Yeah, but you won't get lost around here because the dogs will take you where you're going. That's what the guy says to us. Don't worry, they can come with you. They'll lead the way.
But I'm sure if you have got a dog or dogs and don't wish the dogs to be roaming with you, I'm sure they would put them in. I'm not too sure about that.
They said that your dog should be on leads.
Okay.
Right. However, if theirs are off, then they must have to put theirs on.
Yeah, they'll probably put theirs away.
Otherwise.
Yeah. But it is only quiet. It is pretty much right on site now. It is just me and Jodie. There is one other van, like I said, but they're out exploring as well, I think. Wow, what is this?
It's for you to run in.
Oh, is it? Is it like an obstacle course? I reckon that's a platform base they're going to use to put another pod type thing in here. What great land though. What great use of land being mountainous like this.
Well, this is the closest we've got to the forestry since we've been out here, really. And you can see, look how dry it is.
Yeah.
You know, you just think, whoa, he said like one little tiny fire here and a little bit of wind and it's the whole lot's up.
Yeah, so they are very strict on the fire rules here, and you can understand why at this time of year. But they said they haven't had a fire here in 30 years. The local people, the farmers and everything like that work these areas, when they do a controlled burn, they do it very regulated and properly, and they haven't had a wildfire. So
they're on top of it.
They're on top of it, basically. However, this campsite is very strict on that because they want to keep on top of it as well. If you've got an off-road vehicle, and looking down there, the dogs seem to want to take us downhill. We not so keen, but if you've got an off-road vehicle, 4x4, something like that. Now I know actually some people that have got them vehicles, and actually I work with a charity that have got them vehicles, and they would love to use them on here. I know they will. And that's actually Veterans in Action. But their vehicles are off-road 4x4s with tents, and this is the ideal area. And if you're one of them adventurers that like to get out like that, this is ideal. So basically, how it works is you can bring your vehicle down here, and it's then a wild camp spot. So
they've got spaces up there as well. Look,
so basically you've got different areas, different spaces around this area here that you can literally come and bring your vehicle and pitch up your roof tent box. I'm assuming this could be
fire
a pitch
extinguisher
here.
there as well.
Well, look at this though.
Oh, are you going to be able to do that?
Yeah, because there's the ground just there. So the worst thing that happened to me, I'll do a roly-poly downhill.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. It's not a sheer drop.
Whoa, look at that road up there.
Yeah, so that road may be even part of this. And you may be able to even go parking up there. I'm not sure how far it actually goes, to be
The other
honest.
dog's having a poo on that
Where?
road.
Where?
Behind that tree, I can see him.
Oh my God. Oh, right, it's all the way down there. So maybe, geez, maybe you can actually go all the way around up there. So this here is pitch number 5. So if you've got something that you can bring your vehicle around on this, it could even be a smaller van, decent wheels on it. Yeah, you can pitch your vehicle here.
And there's a few more like that placed.
And there's
over.
2 more up there like that.
Yeah, they're just the same.
Campsites are normally pretty much similar, aren't they? You know, so once you've seen one, the layout can be pretty much the same. Different countries you go to, the campsites change slightly of how they do things. But this one, to me, is really, really unique. But yeah, you feel really comfortable. They're really friendly here. Even the dogs are really friendly to us.
He's found us the other way.
Yeah, he's knackered now. He's well down there in the distance. But,
It's like we've suddenly got 3 dogs.
yeah,
Oh, there's one for a thumbnail.
you know, you did say the other day, oh, would it be good having a dog? I don't know. I feel you're a bit restricted.
No,
I know people will argue the case that you're not, but reality is you are. And now the universe has chucked us 3 dogs
Yeah.
in one hit.
We were talking about later on, obviously,
Later on in life.
when we slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
But I wasn't meaning now.
no.
But it'd be nice.
We've
at
now ended
times.
up with 3.
But I love dogs, so
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I do love dogs. I was brought up with dogs all my life.
So we are dog
Huskies.
lovers. It's just that we don't want the restrictions at the moment
No,
that dogs bring.
that's all it is the restrictions.
Yeah,
Which there is some restrictions.
we've lost one again.
Oh,
Somewhere.
we lost one.
Yeah, got 2. I don't know where the third one's gone.
I tell you what, the joy of having 3 that you don't actually own, if you lose one, you're not actually that bothered, because I know when it's your own, we have had dogs, believe it or not, and when it's your own, you get a bit worried, don't you? Going, where are they? They'll come back. They're not coming back. So you don't get that anxiety.
I think these dogs are that used to this site, they know exactly where they're going, so they're
they do.
fine.
Of course they do. They were probably taking us down there to show us the best spot. Come and get this pitch.
I wonder how they deal with it if they see a lynx.
Yeah.
Because dogs mainly chase cats, but they're bigger, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I reckon the lynx will do everything it can to avoid rather than fight. So I reckon for them to see a lynx will be very rare. And the lynx will avoid them at all costs. And just up there is the bar on that high ground up there. So we're coming down the side. So this is the way you would come in if you was doing the off-roading and wild camping.
And that's someone's house.
That is someone's house, and I reckon that's the site owners. Now they have got all these signs,
it
so
does
it does
say-
tell you where you can go.
It says, well, camping pictures.
Ah, so that's an easier way to the wild camping
Yeah.
pitches. But we did come round the bell tents first. They do try and keep a one-way system throughout this park.
We went through the Lotus Park that way around,
Yes.
which is the bell tents.
So this here is a parking area, maybe for the bell tents. There's the office just there.
That's where the dogs guard from, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's where they've gone back to, they're
Yeah,
knackered.
they're chilling out now. They've had their walk for the day, and they're
You're
chilling
going
out,
home now, boy.
chilling out in their office. And then they have, yes, the laundry room.
They did say that you just ask them if you want anything and then they'll sort it for you, like if you want hot water for any reason or you want to use the washing machines, but you're welcome to put your stuff in the fridge if you're wanting to, if you don't have any room or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And all they basically say is just be cautious on the water and stuff you do use. Shower for 5 minutes at a time, stuff like that. Main
It's in a
reason
drought.
is this region's been in drought for a long time. So even in the winter months, it's not getting enough water to sustain it for the summer months. So yeah, it's just a case to be mindful. We came with our own water. And we will use our own facilities. Now I will need to check out where the Elson Point is, but other than that,
So are you saying then it's best if when you come here to come with like a full tank of water and not take... Yeah.
I would say so because this region is up high, it's been in drought for a long time. Why not? If you've got everything you can put on board, then put it on board. But you know, they've got the basics here, and I think the local village that you have seen from our motorhome has got like a local small shop, so you can probably buy some stuff, but I will come fully planned. Got everything you need, and then you can enjoy your stay here. But you obviously can fill up with water if need be. They will help you out if you can't get hot water. If you're in a smaller van, they will give you hot water. You've got showers here, toilets here, Elson here, laundry here. You've got everything you need here, so it's perfect.
Yeah, if you can hear heavy breathing, that's not me this time. That's some dogs. Oh, not good, bless them. Thanks for the tour, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the tour. Appreciate it. This one's been good. This is my guard dog.
Here's the older
Boss. And this is Yap.
Guard, Boss and Yap.
Guard, Boss and Yap.
That's a Hilltop Cafe, that's what it's called, but it's a bar as well. And you've got the ladies and the men's showers. It's just one shower in there.
Right, so I've just asked Boss there where the bins are, and he's taking me to the bins. Right, oh, there they are. How cool is that? So you just ask what you need, and they'll take you. So the guard dog there, he'll be looking after Jodie. Oh no, he'll come and look after me while we go to the bins. So you've got your bins here, all right, and you've got a drive over.
Service point.
So
and
how
there's
cool
your
is that?
Elson you were looking for.
There's your Elson point. So you've got your non-drinking water, presumably to clean up the Gazette, and then you've got your drinking water to one side if needed, which is locked. Reason that's locked is because obviously the services are on the outside, and I suppose it's for others that shouldn't be using it.
Oh, they may be able to pay a fee and use it.
They may be able to pay a fee and use it, but I reckon you can easily come over and drop your waste here. But if you are going to do that, I recommend staying for at least one night.
Also, I'd recommend getting in touch with them first before not just turn up.
I wish I knew their names actually, but I think, what did I call this one? Boss. Now, Boss, the lead dog, wants payment for his tour. Guard dog, well, he just wants to be friendly, doesn't you, mate?
Well, he doesn't want to miss out if he's getting something.
Yeah. Hang on a minute, if Boss is getting something, I want something. Well, here we are, and this behind us is the sunset. And they're just happening now, lovely red, deep red orange skies. So it's beautiful,
yeah.
We're just about to have something to eat here. Cheers. Well, we see you guys in the morning. Good morning from Ruby. And good morning from me. What a beautiful setting, hey? So Jodie's just gone to pay for some bits. And yeah, I thought I'd just show you this setting in the morning. It was lovely. It was a beautiful sunrise. But look at this. As you can see there, it's a total 360 view with the village just down that way.
Morning. I've just been and paid for the bill or a tab.
Yes, so you get a tab when you come here.
Yeah.
But the tab was a bottle of wine we enjoyed last night over that lovely sunset that you see, and 4 bread rolls and a meal. And
some drinks we took away as well.
Okay, yeah, some bottles of beer.
Yeah.
So it was lovely here last night. And we just wanted to highlight the 3 dogs. The big one's called Max.
Yeah.
The lab's called...
Megan.
And the smaller one is...
Oh, I can't remember the name. Begins with an R as well.
It's the 3 M's, I know that.
Oh, M. I thought it begins with an R.
No.
Max, Megan, and I can't remember the other one.
Oh, bless her. But yeah, so they're all strays, and, well, not strays, they're abandoned in some form. And the stories, if you come here, I'm sure they'll tell you the stories. They're not very nice.
Not very nice.
And the dogs wouldn't actually be here today. So
no, the dogs wouldn't be here if she hadn't taken them on.
So it's really good of her. Started with 1, and now she's got 3.
She didn't go to a rescue place to get them.
Yeah.
They were brought to her attention that they needed help, basically.
And that's Helena.
Yeah.
Helena, who owns and runs this site, along with her chef. Both of them have been great hosts.
Who's been talking to him for ages.
Yeah, great hosts, and really friendly. So one I really do recommend, and please just email forward or phone them.
Oh, there was one thing. If you want to go into the wild camping area, make sure that you've got 4-wheel drive at least.
Yeah.
Because some cars do, if they haven't got the clearance, they do get stuck down there, and then she has to get people from fire brigade out to...
Which has happened twice because people ignored her warning.
Yeah.
Right tyres and 4-wheel drive and good clearance under the van.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on now to our next stop. It's a shame to leave this one so quick. However, we have got to push on now. And where are we going now?
We're off into Spain.
We're off back into Spain.
We're losing an hour now, so we really have to go.
Yeah.
But we're going a couple of stop-offs on the way to our final stop as well. Also, just before we go, Shamwari is actually the name of the village up there. I always check on the hills to make sure it's clear. It's on off-road mode at the moment. Yeah, sorted. Plenty of clearance there, look. Really good, yeah. Right. I've told him to leave me here. I'll be quite happy, and I'll see him next year. Didn't you? You said you're leaving me here.
Yeah.
And you'll see me next year.
Well, I think you wanted to stay here.
Look at the dogs.
Dogs, yeah.
They're letting you know. Don't run over them. There's another one coming. Jeez. There's another one there, Jesus.
Obviously the farmer's dogs.
Go steady. They're letting you know. They're just... You're going to hit him, darling. It's near the...
This is...
But stop here a minute, stop.
No, you've got to just go.
Watch the dogs. Watch the dogs under the wheel, Nelly. He's hitting the wheel, he's hitting the wheel. Shoo! Go away! Maybe he's going to run him over.
At the end of the day...
Stop so he can shout them back. Jesus Christ, I know they're the farmer's dogs and that, but bloody hell. It was trying to bite the wheel.
Yeah.
I could
Trying to bite the skirt into the motorhome.
It kept hitting the side. I thought you're going to run it over. Jesus. Whoa, how random's that? I don't want to hurt the dog.
No, I didn't want to hurt the dog, but I wasn't going to let them bite me neither. And I know I'm in the van, but at the end of the day, it was surrounding the van, so... Yeah, that's a bit
I just seen them coming over the hill and I thought, what's that? And it was started off with 2 dogs. There's about 6 dogs. I mean, there was sheep going across or goats going across.
Yeah, so obviously a good warning, but then the dogs need to settle down.
So they warned us, which is great. So then, oh yeah, but then, yeah. Probably because we didn't stop, but we didn't need to because they'd already passed.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, let's get on with this journey. Yeah, so I've just been talking about it, and in that situation there with them dogs, so we were driving along that little road and we saw 2 animals running towards us. At first we didn't know they were sheep, deers, what they were, and then we realised they were dogs, so we kind of thought then, are they stray dogs? So you're not sure straight away. And then we've seen in the background some goats being transferred from one side to the other. So we thought, oh, they're just warning us. So we did slow down a little bit. And then more dogs came out and more dogs came out. And there was no more goats being transferred across. And then they were just trying to attack the wheels of the van. And
Of the skirting, I think.
yeah. And some people might say, why didn't you just stop? Right? I mean, the farmer did wave at me, but then I thought, why don't you just stop? But like you said, Lee, if we'd have stopped, they would have scratched all the van, wouldn't they?
Well, they've been jumping up. They basically, it didn't look very pleasant anyway.
No.
And it's my instinct to push on through.
I would not have got out of the van, put it that way. 100% I would not have got out of the van.
No.
I wouldn't know if I'd
So
been
I took
covered,
it steady, I didn't go mad. And obviously I had my eyes on where the dogs were, but they were trying to grab hold of the skirting.
They were trying to do something. You could hear them banging on the van. And, until Lee beat the horn, like you saw, that was a good move, because then they went. We had slowed right down for them, but.
Well, I was wondering how far they're going to follow before they go back to the farmer.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'd stop beeping, and then they sort of just dispersed then. Maybe the locals know that, maybe it's quite normal, and the dogs do that, and if you're a local, they just start bibbing their way through. And that's why the dogs sort of went straight away, I don't know, but obviously we're new to the area, and it was a threat to us, if I'm honest with you. Having that many dogs surrounding the van, all showing teeth.
Yeah, we didn't want to hurt them either. I didn't want them to get us stuck under the wheel.
No.
So it's a hard situation, because like, if we'd have stopped, would they then been scratching the van? And
yeah, well, they obviously weren't listening to the farmer. I believe he was trying to call them back. So
yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know. He may not have.
I know some people will say, yeah, you still should have stopped, because your van is not worth as much as a dog's life, and we get that, but we didn't know what would happen next if we did stop.
Yeah, so, it's a threat to life, isn't it? To me, that was a threat to life, and I'm going to push on through that.
Right, let's get back on this journey, because my arm is killing me holding this camera.
See you soon, Portugal. Obrigado.
Bye bye, Portugal. Obrigado. Ciao.
Hola, Spain.
So that's the river there.
España.
That separates Spain and Portugal. I was hoping to see that from the hilltops. Hola, Spain.
After driving 3 and a bit hours, crossing the border and getting some fuel, we have arrived in
Spain. Hola.
Hola! We're in Spain now. So yeah, that's exciting. So we're on the next leg of our trip with a few stops in Spain.
We're not far from the Seville area, sort of like in Andalusia.
Area. Yeah. But you'll find out more on the next vlog. So we'd like to say thanks to everyone that's subscribed, everyone that supports the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and we will catch you on the next one. So until then, adios.
Adios.